What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP daily rap video after a day of more crash outs. That's right. Our boy Phil continues to own the L. He can't help himself, of course, because anytime DSP does something regarded, he always has the last word. And we got two crash outs yesterday. We got one during the podcast, or the morning show, whatever the hell he called it. And then we got one during the unrecorded beg segment on the night stream, and we almost got one on the daily rap. I think he finally realized that this is a losing battle and he should just shut up and just walk away and stop talking about it. But of course, this is DSP. He'll never stop talking about it. If you want to watch the big blowout from yesterday, I will include it at the end of this video. It's great. He screams at everybody. Detractors, Reddit, Twitter, everyone under the sun. It's just great content. You definitely got to watch it. All right, so let's see what Phil had to say on the daily rap. Let's see if he continues owning the L on the Virtual Boy Saga arc. And I'm pretty sure he's going to talk about support, like always.
Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. A good day of variety and a good day of bouncing back after a couple days that had slowed down a little bit. Let's talk all about it, shall we? So, today, it was nice and cool in the studio all day long, which was much appreciated. We actually had some winter weather for a change, so I was actually able to dress appropriately for the season. And today we started with the Level 1 podcast in the morning. There were two subject matters at hand for the show. Number one, I wanted to talk about how the day before, I had covered the launch of the Virtual Boy on the Switch 2, and basically that even though I had covered it exactly the same way that all other creators had, i.e. describing my experience using it rather than showing gameplay because you can't capture from it, that the internet had basically treated me completely unfairly, made clips out of it, and acted like I had done something wrong. Literally, all of my contemporaries covering the Virtual Boy couldn't show gameplay, so they just verbally described their experience using the system like I had, but I got made fun of and they didn't. Does that make any sense? No. And we broke it down on the show. In addition,
All right, I want to stop it there. Because no, Phil, no one on the internet that does content did what you did. No one literally put their eyeballs during a stream, right? Put on the game, put on the Virtual Boy, whatever the game, and started playing it and doing essentially an audiobook. That's what you did. You did a play-by-play of what you were seeing, and no one can see what you were doing. No one had a clue what you were. You look insane, Phil. I don't understand why you don't get that. No one did that. Either they found the way to actually show you what they were seeing, or they simply just described it. That's all they did. Most content creators, all they did was just describe the product, what you can do with it, and their thoughts. That's all they did. And if you would have just done that, do the unboxing, do your normal shtick, your bullshit about, oh yeah, it's plastic, it's tangy, it's robust, whatever the hell you want to say, right? And then move on, that would have been fine. You know, people probably would have criticized you because of your take, because it's so generic, but whatever. You know, no one would have sat there and made massive amounts of trolling and laughed at you. But since you wanted to be a regard and you wanted to play it in front of everyone, thinking that this was amazing content, literally everyone on the internet laughed and mocked you. And you got butthurt because you were trending both on Reddit, on Twitter, and YouTube by the fact. And everyone out there just mocked you to no end. Because only DSP would do this. That was the mantra yesterday when people were mocking Phil yesterday and the day before. Only DSP would do something disregarded. And you don't know how many comments of people that are just casual observers that kind of know who DSP is. Every single one of them said only DSP would do something disregarded. And it's true. Only him. He is the only person on this planet that thinks that this is good content. And I don't know what runs through this man's brain. Like, he really thinks that the 40 or 50 dents that watch his content, that take him seriously, that like his opinion, that they literally thought he thought this was going to be amazing, and it just was. It was just insanity. We're 2 days off from when he did this, and I still kind of, like, when I watch it, like when I'm watching my videos over here on the side, the thumbnails, I still can't believe that he actually did this, and he thought it was good content, and then is dumbfounded when people mock him and make fun of him. He literally can't understand why people would laugh, point and laugh, and say this is extremely regarded, right? He can't. But again, this is a self-centered man who can't actually laugh at himself. He can't take any criticism. Everything is just an attack when people are simply just pointing out, hey, you look regarded. And again, it's not just detractors, it's casual people, it's people that don't even follow DSP, it's his viewers, his supporters, everyone. Everyone is in the same. I mean, only DSP can unite every faction of the internet. LARPers, trolls, supporters, haters, lunatics, the trans community, the gay community, the black community, the Latino community, the white community, racists abound, whoever. It doesn't matter. Red pill, blue pill, black, everyone on the internet agreed that this was insane and regarded. Only DSP could. I mean, I think, honestly, I've always said this before, I said it in jest, but I think if we really want peace in the Middle East, or if we want peace in Ukraine and Russia, I think what we need to do is we need to recruit DSP, put him in the middle of all of it, right? And let him hang around the Middle East for like 2 or 3 days, right? And I swear to God, enemies will join forces to get rid of him, to expel him. And I think that's how we can get genuine peace in the Middle East. I honestly think so. You want the people in Iran to get along with their leadership? You put DSP in Iran for 2-3 days, and I swear to God, everyone will join forces to expel DSP. That's the power that DSP holds on the internet, where he can unite people that just hate each other against him. Good job, Phil. Good job. At least you could do something in life. There you go.
The second topic today was that Kick is cracking down on botted views, meaning they are now analyzing things such as, gee, if you have a certain amount of viewers, is your chat actually moving? And are you actually making content to interact with people? Or are you just doing a watch party and pretending and botting to make money with the Kick Partner Program? And guess who was negatively affected by this monitoring system on Kick? LTG. So we talked about that as well. It was a good show, a good variety show. It lasted a while. And in general, I think that people had a really great time with it.
I want to stop it right here because the general theme of the podcast was support is slow, one. The second theme was, you know what? Whenever support is slow for several days, let me whip out detractor content. Let me start talking about other locales. Let me shit on LTG, Wings of Redemption, the usual playbook. Okay, and DSP will sit there and say, well, no, these are just news articles. No. Get the fuck out of here, Phil. You know that when you're slow, you can always dip your toe into drama content to try to get a few bucks. And that's what happened yesterday. You started dumping all over LTG, and a few of his LTG detractors came out and supported you. That's exactly what it is. So again, when you try to sit on this this throne of morality, fuck off. No one buys it, brother, all right? Because you are just the scum. You basically will sell your grandmother's panties if it will make you a couple bucks, if it'll hit your $150 goal, okay? Now, he's going to go on here to talk about how great the day was, which is, dude, the gymnastics, the mental gymnastics this motherfucker goes through to justify e-begging is insane. Literally yesterday, not yet, the day before yesterday, he had 2 streams where he made $105 and like $119, right? And because he didn't get an additional $40 on each of those streams, it was a terrible day. Now he's going to tell you how yesterday was an amazing day because he hit the non-goal. Let's not forget the non-goal. Let's hear this motherfucker.
Then we carried that over to Hollow Knight. And we played Hollow Knight for just over 2 hours today, completing a bunch of stuff, including 2 out of the 3 challenging gauntlets in the Coliseum. We backtracked to the green area. I forget what it's called, but it's one of the earlier dungeon areas, and we actually completely cleared that out for as much as we could at this point in the game. We did some optional boss fights and the like that we were finding. Just in general, we went around doing a whole lot of stuff today, and again, major progress in Hollow Knight. So how did it go? Well, attendance for the podcast was great. Attendance fell off when we played Hollow Knight, but support and engagement continued, so overall, the first stream was a great success. Second stream tonight was RimWorld. RimWorld remains one of the most engaged and well-supported streams that I'm doing. Every single time that I play RimWorld, there is a dedicated group that love that game that will come by and hang out with me as I play it, and they really appreciate the fact that I have put the effort into trying to learn it and interacting with them when I stream it. So, once again tonight, great gameplay in RimWorld. We actually had our first attack with the turret system in place to see how that would work. We had 6 colonists, and we're working on actually recruiting more. We actually got new animals like cows and stuff showing up. And in general, just more good progression. But by the end of the night, we had something desperately bad happening. food was running out and the crops were not growing fast enough, and it looks like we may be in trouble next stream. So overall, it actually was a really, really great stream of RimWorld. Once again, engagement and support, great, but attendance not so great, which has been happening with RimWorld. So I want you to think about this right now. Past couple of days, all right, haven't been so great for support, to be honest. They haven't been terrible, but they haven't been great. But a day like yesterday, right? Attendance, well, when I played the Nintendo and the virtual, or the Nintendo Switch Online and the Virtual Boy, the attendance on the stream was amazing, but the support just wasn't really. It's not just about one factor or another factor. It really is trying to hit that variety of factors and hitting them all. If you can get a stream that's well attended and well supported, that's great, even if people aren't talking to you. Get it? If you get a stream that's well engaged and well supported, that's also great, because even though you're not getting as many eyes on it, at least you have people that are there that are actively interested in the games and supporting them. Hence, what's going on right now with both Hollow Knight and RimWorld, okay? Now, there may even be a situation where you can get a stream where there's high attendance and high engagement and not a lot of direct support, and even that would be okay, because if you're not aware, I'm in the Kick program where you...
Oh, okay, all right. He's trying to justify Z-begging and trying to seem reasonable, right? The Game Boy, the Virtual Boy, you had high attendance, Phil. You had 360 people watching you do that nonsense. The chat was insane. Yes, most of it was laughing at you, whatever, but the chat and the engagement was insane. I'm pretty sure your ad revenue was pretty good for that stream because, you know, you had people there, you had engagement there, right? Your Kick program, you had about 120 people there, so I'm assuming you made probably a little bit more money in the partner program there, right? So you literally made all that, but yet because you only made $100, you had a meltdown on your daily rap talking about support is slow. You had a call to action, and you decided that yesterday you were going to start off your podcast with drama content. So again, Phil, it doesn't make any sense. It seems like you're just talking out of your ass, and you're just trying to justify you being an e-beggar, okay? And you notice in that equation, each time, support definitely has to be there, brother. You have to get support. And it's just all nonsense and bullshit. It doesn't really matter. Again, he can have 0 viewership on Kick and YouTube, and if he made $200 on that stream, he would be happy as pie because he's DSP and all he cares about is money. Again, doesn't care about his craft, doesn't think about the future, is simply just in the moment, what can I get? Who can I fleece at the moment? And tomorrow will worry about itself. I won't worry about today, I'll worry about tomorrow. Simply, he's basically Wimpy from Popeye. You know, I'll glad you pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I'll glad you, well, for Phil to be something different. You know, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm too tired to think of an analogy here, but you guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, he continues this for another 3 more minutes. He literally is just sitting there justifying his dented business plan, or you know, whatever that he thinks actually makes any sense. And again, it makes 0 sense because a business plan doesn't change day to day. It really doesn't, Phil. Okay, most businesses, when they create a business plan, at minimum it stays in place for at least a year. Okay, you don't go changing it, you know, stream to stream just to fit a narrative. Okay, Phil. Anyway, that's all I have, folks. Don't forget, Doody's going to be streaming today at 9:30. We're going to go over the crash outs, the meltdowns. It should be great. Hope to see you there. If not, well, enjoy a video. Peace out.